Okay, so welcome along then to the Netherlands for the Dutch Grand Prix here with the L2S League. So it should be an excellent race today. We got 16 drivers in our qualifying session. It is a short qualifying session, so it's only going to be 18 minutes long, and then we get straight on track for the race. So should not take us too long to get there. So let's see. We got Maggot, we got GNR, ENMC, Official B2M, Infamous, Joe, Jake. I got Mosh, Chappie, Shipper, Dikuna, Scientist, Sam, Bollock, and Mitzi and Slayer. If I saw the name, probably got a bit mixed up because cars are getting out on track now. So let's get a few stats on screen and let's see what everyone is going to be doing here this afternoon. Well, evening for some of you, but it is afternoon for me right now. So Zandvoort, one of the new circuits added to the track for F1 2020. High expectations for a lot of guys. So we're gonna be wondering what kind of times we're gonna be seeing here today. So the only league stream for that actually uses the multiplayer cars instead of using the team cars. So it's always interesting to see these guys run every week, every Thursday. It's always at the same time, depending where you're from. It's let's see, that's gonna be 3 p.m. CST. It's gonna be 4 p.m. EST and 9 p.m. BST for those of you who are in Europe, in the UK. For my time, I'm on Eastern time, so it's 4 p.m. start from me. It's not too bad in the afternoon so I get to see a race at least every day for most of the days that I have a session scheduled. So let's get to someone running. That's JNR on his outlap. Let's see how far he is on that. I think a few cars might be getting started. Oh, there we go. So official B2M has just started his hot lap here. We're gonna ride aboard with him, so have a really good view of Zandvoort circuit, or circuit Zandvoort as they call it. Locking his tires up just a little bit. Hopefully gets a pretty good time here. We've seen quite a few league races here at Zandvoort since we had the F1 2020 game, so it's going to be interesting to see what kind of time the guys from this league are going to be putting in for qualifying here. Oh, so definitely going to see some purple sectors off of him because no time has been posted as yet. So 17 drivers on track now. It was 16 at the start. So drivers are allowed to join the session before the end of qualifying. Even if you don't get to participate in the qualifying session, you still will be starting at the back down at the by the time we get to the race session. So it'll be good if we can have 3 more drivers join. Not too bad, but even if it's 17, that's going to be a pretty good amount. Let's see what official B2, and he goes 109.8. Way better than expected. I expected to see some 110s, but they're doing pretty excellent if you're going to have a 109. Oh, and Jake did only a 112. Might want to try and improve on that time, on that colorful splatter car. Oh, Shipper goes 112.7. I can nowhere get these times, so these guys are doing pretty well. I'm probably doing 113 or something. Oh, Sam goes 111.2. Good job from him. Let's see who else is out running. Ian MC is on his outlap, so Ian is going to be putting in a time pretty soon. Let's see, I got Joe, I think is on a lap going here. Definitely is. Let's see what kind of time he's going to be putting in when he gets to the end of this lap. Running in sector 3 right now. Didn't really see any purple sectors, but still could get a really good time in if you make a 110 or 11 at least here for to get on the starting grid. Oh, Scientist does a 112. So some pretty good times. I think Duncan just did a 112.3 there as well. Oh, and Joe goes 111.1 into P4. Not bad for the start of this race, but still 13 and a half minutes to go in the qualifying session, so still a lot is going to happen here. Following Ian here. Oh, Mitzi getting out to the pits. Probably going to stay out of the way. Yes, he does, as Ian goes through on his hot lap. Now let's follow him around and let's see what he's going to be doing. What kind of time he's going to post. Let's see, maybe high expectations for him. League owner and all. Let's see if he can get 110. Or even a 109 would be pretty impressive from him right now. He is pretty fast, so let's see what kind of time he's going to get. I see Bollocks has gotten in there with a 110.5. Hopefully not missing anyone. I think those are the times we have so far. So the best time, official B2M, doing a 109.8. That is an excellent lap from him so far. Oh, and Ian messes up that lap, goes off track. He's gonna have to reset himself, go back in pits and go again. Or I don't know if he's gonna do another lap on those set of tires. He does have another set to use if he needs to. So he might be going in and doing that. So also we're going to see a little mix on strategies. And, you know, good job on official B2M for, you know, his lap. Because he did those, I think he did that on mediums. Let's see, fastest. Best. No, he did it on soft. Sorry, my bad. So we're going to keep it on that for now. So we know what tires these guys are qualifying to start the race on here. I got Infamous leaving the pits. I got Marsh running here right now. He's going in the pits. Yes, he is. I got Mitzi running his lap. Slayer running his lap. Okay, so Mitzi is in front of Slayer. Let's follow Mitzi first. And let's see where Mitzi is going to go. Still got Maggot. Ian has to come out and make another lap. Infamous, I think, needs to make a lap there as well. Marsh, Dikona. Currently in the pits. They're gonna getting onto the pits now. I'm just gonna keep following Mitzi for the moment and see what he's gonna be doing for his lap time. This is a little bit of a tricky corner. So easy to just cut that corner and just get a penalty when you're racing. And just invalidate your lap when you're doing a quali lap, but it just sucks because you wanna just do one lap on these tires because you have to start the race on them. And Mitzi goes P4 with a 110.4. Excellent lap for him. Chappie does P2 with a 110.2. No one else is seeming to be getting in that 109 except for official B2M. So he's doing pretty well. And he's already coming out on another lap right now. Probably just to secure himself for the pole position start of this race. Oh, Mitzi getting a little bit twitchy there. Let's see who else is running here. I got Maggot. I think Magus is on a lap here. I'm gonna follow him a little bit to see what he does. Oh, purple sector 1. One of Magus can push official B2M down. Oh, and Magus goes P1 with a 109.5, 3/10 better off of official B2M. Now this is going to be an interesting one to watch because according to our standings here, I got official B2M holding first position for driver's standings with 91 points, and I got Maggots in second with 60 points. So quite a lead official B2M has. So Maggots is going to have to work pretty hard over the next few races to catch him. And let's see who's next. We have Scientist with 40 points in third. Slayer holds fourth with 32 points. Not too far off from Scientist there. Mitzi with 30 points behind Slayer, so that's a pretty close gap there to catch. Angry Orange in sixth with 28 points. And Sidkid also has 28 points. Dikona with 22. Infamous with 16. And Jake in 10th with 16 as well. We got Marsh with 12, Chappie with 8, Shipper with 8, Duncan with 6, Pickled Beard has 6, Ian has 4, Joe has 3, and that is it for points for any driver who has points in this league so far. So official P2M leading with 91 points. That's a lot. So he's still going to be leading the championship after this race. Either way, whether he finishes or not, but Marcus is going to have to work pretty hard to catch him here now in terms of the standings there. But let's see how well that's gonna go by the end of this race at least. Alright, let's see what we're missing right now. Who else is running? Deacon is running a lap, I think, here. Coming around the final turn now. Let's see where he's gonna go. No, he's going in the pits. Ian on another outlap here. So let's see where the time stands at. So Maggots holds P1 currently with a 109.5, official B2 at 109.8. JNR in P3 right now with a 110.1. Chappie with a 110.2. Ballox with a 110.2 as well. Very close gaps. And Slayer with a 110.3. Minty 110.4. Scientist is 110.7. A lot of 110s around Zanvord. And Jen Joe with a Forsy 111.1. Marsh takes a 10th with a 111.2. Sam 111.2 as well. So close to each other. And Jake with a 112. Duncan with a 112.3. 3/10 off of Jake. And Shipper with a 112.4. Ian, Infamous, and Decona yet to set any sort of lap time in the session here. And we have just about 7 minutes remaining for qualifying. So they're going to want to put a rush on it and get a time in. We have Ian and Infamous currently on outlaps. Gonna follow Ian around as he now begins his lap. Put a little pressure on him. Let's follow on board with Ian as he goes around here. Let's see, this turn one is a killer sometimes to try and get it right. Does seem to get it done pretty well though. Riding those curves, not too bad. Got back on the gas pretty quick. Got some traffic in front of him. That's Joe. I think he's getting out of the way. Hopefully didn't slow Ian down. Oh no, that is not gonna end well there. That is Joe out of the session, and he did get in the way of Ian there, who is now out of the session as well. So Ian not making a time, and Joe, I think his car just went straight into the wall after that collision. Ian had absolutely nowhere to go. Let's go on to Infamous now. Let's see what kind of time he's doing. That's going to be some yellow flags around the track for a little bit there in that sector 2. Should get those cars cleared pretty quickly. Engineers are going to have to work pretty fast to get it ready for the race here though. So that's going to be something. Not sure if Joe was on the lap there or not. I don't think he was. But I think that's something that's going to be investigated at the end of this race, because that is quite an incident. And we continue on following Infamous now. Deacon is already on his out lap. We're going to go to him in just a bit. Just following Infamous SMG right now. Let's see where he goes on the board. So Infamous goes 110.5, put himself in 9th. Let's see where Deacon is right now. Currently on his hot lap going. Let's see what kind of time he's going to be able to put in. Hopefully doesn't get any too much of traffic in front of him, or any car gets in his way and prevent him from making that lap. So I would say, guys, generally in leagues when we're doing qualifying, or when the guys are doing qualifying, it's said if you're not on a hot lap, you usually do pull over to let cars go by if they're running. You see they're coming off pretty fast, but I'm not sure what that incident. Oh, that's a purple sector 2 off of Decona. As we see, there's a car going on the right side, just taking his time going there, so make sure that Decona can get through, not messing up his laps. Let's see what he's going to be pulling off here, coming through the final turn, and let's see where he goes on the board. Oh, goes P6, 110.2, not that bad. A lot of 110.1 there though. Pretty close gaps between these guys, so I think we're going to have an excellent race here today. I see Scientist put himself up into P4, the 110.1. Good job of him. Slayer got up into B3 there, 109.7. So 3 109s. Official B2 taking back pole position off of Maggots with a 109.511, and Maggots with a 109.567. That is very close. So let's see. I think Maggot is running another out lap right now. He's gonna go on a hot lap pretty soon and before the end of the session, so let's see what's gonna happen there. I think we got a few guys running here. This is Sam, I think he's on a hot lap going here. Definitely he's flying right now. Loving the colors on the livery of his car. Pretty nice. Let's see what he's going to be doing. I think that was a purple sector 2. It was for Sam. Alright, he comes around the final turn. Let's see what kind of time he's about to put in here. Oh, and he goes a better. He goes into 9 to the 110.3. Does improve on his time, so that's pretty good. Official B2M holding down P1. I think Maggots is on a hot lap here going. Let's see what's happening. Quite a few cars in front of him though. Oh, and they got some cars in its way. Not a good day for Maggots there. Getting blocked a bit. Did not get to finish that lap because I have to go into the pits. I don't think there's going to be enough time for him to get out again. He's going to be furious about that. He was trying to get back to the pole position start for the race here. Got Chappie running here. I don't think he's on a hot lap. He's getting back in. Not sure if Sam is on another lap here or just heading back to the pits. Sam seems to be going pretty fast. Now he's going in the pits. They got Mitzi. Let's see. Infamous is on an out lap. Just beginning his hot lap there now. Got Jake and Duncan, I think, are running hot laps as well. Let's see what Jake is doing here. If he's doing another lap, let's see. He might be finishing. No. Yeah, let's see if he improves. I don't think he does. Alright, I got Duncan coming in now. Going into the pits. Going back to Infamous now. Let's see if he's going to improve and make a better lap. And get himself higher up than 11 for the start of this Dutch Grand Prix today. Okay, so timer is done. Right, the end of the session. Anyone currently running a lap will be able to finish it. And then that's going to be the end of qualifying here at Zandvoort. And we get straight into the Dutch Grand Prix, which should be an excellent race here. Seems like it might be a dry race. I'm not sure as yet. But I assume it will be. Haven't seen a drop of rain for all qualifying session. Should be an excellent race with 17 drivers on the grid. And official B2M and Maggots fighting it for championship points here today. Let's see if official B2M is going to take the win or Maggot is going to try and clinch pole position and get a little bit more points than official B2M. But still not going to be able to catch him as yet in that championship standing. Yep, Ian, you will be fighting from the back today. Hopefully you get up on out in front. But let's see how that goes. Unfortunate for you there in qualifying, buddy. But I know, incidents do happen sometimes. I don't know how it goes down in terms of the report room for this. I would assume it will be investigated at the end of the race. I saw multiple incidents actually that should be investigated, but not on my end. I'm just calling them out. Let's see how that goes at the end. Anyway, we're coming down to the end of qualifying. Should be just about a minute more, and then we get straight into the race. Looking forward to the start of this race, guys. We're going to keep our eyes on the turn 1. Hopefully we don't get too many incidents, and hopefully everyone gets through. Avoid a safety car or a VSC. We might expect one within the first few laps, maybe a VSC or so. I'm not sure. This is a pretty fast circuit, Zandvoort here, and there's a lot of winding turns at very peculiar angles. So it's going to be a little bit interesting to see who's going to lose the rear end of their cars and who isn't as we go through the race. So down to the end of qualifying. And once, if I didn't say it before, welcome to everyone who is on the stream currently watching, and if you will be watching later on. And as I said before, everyone from the US and Eastern Time Board, good afternoon, and from everyone in the UK and all over Europe, it's good evening for you guys. So let's have a good race and end it on that note. So let's see how long more. We got about 10 seconds more, and then we're gonna go to the loading screen straight into straight into the race. Sorry. Alright guys, that is the end of qualifying. Alright, so there we have it. Official P2M. Driver standings leader takes pole position for the start of the race. Maggot in P2, Slayer in P3, Chappie P4, Scientist goes P5, JNR in P6, Decona is P7 for the start. Bollock is 8, Sam is 9th, Meet C 10th, Infamous 11, Marsh 12, Joe 13th. Duncan is 14, Jake is 15, Shipper is 16th, and Ian didn't get to set a time, 17th for the start of this race. Down at the back of the grid, let's see what he's going to do. Maybe aim for drive of the day if he can not get in the top 3, but let's see what he can do for fighting for some points. He does need a lot more points here. I want to see in the championship standings. Okay, session should begin in about 22 seconds. For everyone watching, please don't forget, guys, share the link out as much as you can, and let's get as much people watching as we can. Thank you guys very much. Awfully quiet right now. Let's get some car engines running. Oh, there we go. Timer's up. Alright, everyone is readying up. Alright guys, here we go, and they are off. Let's see what's happening. Alright, quite a few positions changing down at the back as we go into turn 1, having a good view. Trying to keep it there for us. Don't see any incidents as yet. Seems to be an excellent start at this race. A few drivers have gained some positions here. A few drivers have lost some positions. I see JNR lost a lot of positions, way down there in 13th right now. Oh, and Slayer has Chappie just behind him right now. It's so close between the two of them. There might be, I think some positions are going to change down at the back. I'm not sure as yet, but let's change that to tires and let's see what's happening. No safety car and no VSC. Oh, I have a car off track down at the back. I think that was JNR. Yeah, it was. Some sort of incident happened at the back. There was some contact. Everyone else seems to be okay and running for the time being. There might have been some damage. Oh, an overtake going into that chicane there. That was pretty interesting. Not usually a corner you will want to force an overtake on, but he seemed to have got it done. Not sure if he got a penalty or a warning for that. Might have gotten a warning. Got some close gaps out front as we are running right now, going into lap 2 here at Zandvoort. I still have official B2. I'm leading the race. Mag is still running in second. Slayer still in third. We still got Chappie now running in fourth. Scientist in fifth. Decona in 6th. So quite mix of strategy is going to be on the race here right now. I think Infamous started on hards, did he now? That's quite an interesting play of strategy. as we got quite a close gap between official B2M and Magas out in front. He is chasing him down. Not sure if he's going to catch him to get a move done here as yet, though it is pretty close. And we got Marsh getting pretty close to someone here as well. Ooh, quite a few of them are so close. They might be fighting for some positions here to get more points. That is. I think that's Jake trying to come around on the inside. Didn't get that done. Oh, and Jake spins, losing a lot of positions there right now, and that's going to be yes, a yellow flag. It sees no safety car, no VSC, not enough for that. Let's see, where's the other close gaps? We got some close gaps around midfield right now. Less than a second between most of these guys. Maggots gets the fastest lap from official B2M. So that's pretty interesting. DRS is now enabled, so that's going to be helpful to a lot of drivers. Not official B2M, of course, he's out in front. Gap is getting smaller and smaller as we speak, though. I got Ian starting in 17th. He's already up into 12. Let's have a look at what he's doing right now. He is getting close to Marsh and Infamous. Alright, so let's see what's going to happen between Marsh and Ian here. There might be a move in the brewing here. Not sure as yet. I think Marsh is trying to catch Infamous and get past there as well. So these guys trying to get higher up, get more points by the end of this race. We're on lap 3 running right now. Oh, Marsh getting a little bit, how should I say that? Unstable here a bit of that bump. Well, that chicane actually. Time staying as there. Let's see what's happening with Scientist here. Is he getting close to Chappie? He is. Might be trying for a move, not sure as yet. Running in P4, Chappie in P3. Wants to get on the podium, Scientist here. Let's see if he can get it done. Gonna have to get a better exit off of these turns than Chappie though to get it, and then try and use overtake, and if he can get this DRS, because he is in range. Gonna follow overhead as that battle continues on now. Maggots, we might have a disruption in our, I'm not sure what happened, but see official B2 I'm now down into 6. So something obviously happened out front. Unless our graphic on screen is wrong, which I don't think it is. Oh, Scientist and official B2M going for it here. What's happened to B2M? I'm not sure. He doesn't have any damage. Fighting it with Scientist right now for P5. Trying to get back up there. Quite a few cars behind them going at it here as well. I think Scientist got it done from him though. Bollocks with a 3-second penalty. Gonna have to be careful there. Mitzi was trying to go on the outside, didn't get it done though. So Maggots now leads the race. Something happened between him and official B2 apparently, or I'm not sure about it by himself, but he's now down into 6. He's gonna have to work his way back up there, but he has some pretty fast guys in front of him. So Maggots now leads off of Slayer, then Chappie, Dikuna, Scientist, official B2 and Barak, Sam, Mitzi, Infamous in 10, Marsh in 11th, Ian, then Duncan, Joe, Shipper, Jake, and JNR all the way down at the back after the double incident with him on the start of this race. Following Sam right now, getting very close to Bollocks. Oh, he's going to try and go on the outside. I think Mitzi was trying to come in on the inside of them as well. Got some pit stop action happening here now. So now Mitzi is now up into 8th, following Sam in 7th. Official B2M still behind Scientist. Very close the gap is though. Oh, definitely had some contact there and didn't think he took any damage. Santis is going to have to defend himself against this right now because B2M is going to try and fight it to get back up into P1. Of course, to get there, he's going to have to fight his way to get to Maggots. Ian running in 11th is getting very close to Marsh right now, so we're keeping an eye on that here right now to see what's happening. Of course, Ian has some cars behind him as well to worry about. That's Duncan and Joe coming. Oh, Duncan is right behind him right now. Following the train of cars going through, so quite a bit of a gap out in front. Maggot is 1.2 seconds off the lead of Slayer right now. Chappie is about 4 seconds behind of them. Dikona less than a second behind Chappie though. So Dikona is trying to catch him. Not sure how good of a job he's doing as yet, as we're still following. Let's see, official B2M, he's getting pretty close. He's going to be fighting Scientist for P5 again. Scientist is pretty high up in the driver standings, so not going to want to give the points up to official B2M here. He's going to give him a hard time to get past, definitely so. So he's going to have to fight his way and try to find the correct gap to get past Scientist. Scientist is not going to make it easy for him, quite sure of that. Our Delta time should come back here very shortly. There's a yellow flag in sector 2. Something happened. Where is Ian? Between Ian and Marshall, I think. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't see any damage off any of these cars as yet. I think Marsh was trying to go on the inside. Alright, so our gaps are coming back now. Oh, official P2M is extremely close, going wheel to wheel with Scientist taking the inside on turn 1. He might have gotten it done. I'm not sure. Scientist is fighting it back though. Let's see as they still continue to fight it through. Official P2M gets through. Scientist has to hold it down in P6. Let's see if he's close enough to get something done. Riding on board right now. Let's see what's going to happen here. Deacon is also getting pretty close to Chappie out in front there. Official B2M is now going to get into that battle as he is less than 2 seconds behind Dikona. And there we go. They're all in plain sight in front of them right now. Scientist is going to have to try and fight his way to get back into that battle as well. I don't think he took any damage in the battle between him and Official B2M. It was quite a clean of a pass. They did try and fight it out. It didn't get an easy time from Scientist to get past there. Oh, Chappie with a 3-second penalty. He's finding it hard out in front. Dikona gets past. So Deacon is now up into P3, Chappie down into P4. Let's see if he has any damage. He has official P2M coming behind him now. He's going to try for a move. Going down the pit straight. He's going to have the RS. Has it. He's not using overtake as yet, but he might try for a move on the inside. Let's see. No, he's going to hold it down in P5. Kind of keep it going. Gap building out in front between Slayer and Maggot and Deacon as well. But Deacon has to be so worried about Chappie right now, who's getting excessively close. And has well, another car is right. Oh, there we go, going wheel to wheel. Official B2M getting past, and Chappie has to yield it down in 5th. Official B2M gets it done very smoothly, fighting it for 4th position there and working his way back up pretty nicely into the field. We got Ian up into 10th there, Infamous in 9, Mitzi in the 8th, Sam in 7, Scientist in 6 right now. He was a little bit more up at B2M, got past him, but let's see how the rest of this session will progress and go. Excellent race we're having here at Zandvoort today, and it's going to be 36 laps. We're only on lap 9 and so much action happening already, as a lot of these gaps are under a second right now. Let's stick on to Chappie. I think official B2M is going to try for a move off of Dikona pretty soon because he's getting ever and ever so close. Gap is way under a second as they keep going on to lap 10 we are on now. Locking his tires up just a little bit, trying to chase Dikona down. Chappie losing a little bit of time to official B2M here right now though. He's going to have to work a little bit harder to get out in front and get to that battle. Scientist is just under a second behind Chappie. So Chappie, I don't know what's happening with Chappie right now, but he seems to be losing time to official B2M. And Scientist is going to be right on his rear end trying to get past him pretty soon here as well. As it does seem that is what is happening here. Going on to Scientist right now, falling here. 0.6 of a second is a gap between himself and Chappie. Ian there, less than a second behind Infamous as well. We're going to keep an eye on that as that battle continues to grow. Scientist less than half a second now. So Chappie might be under threat of losing P5 right now. That's some valuable points. He might want to be careful about this. And he's using overtake and DRS. Chappie might be getting... let's see if he's going to... I don't think he's going to lose it as yet. Oh, Scientist was thinking about going on the inside, but just not close enough. Oh, does get a little bit of a better exit off of that turn 1 though. Chappie's gonna have to watch his... oh, Ian gets past Mitzi. He's now up into P9. Just missed that happening. Scientist lost a bit of time there. Marsh getting past Mitzi. What's happening to Mitzi right now? And the Duncan just got past. Oh, Mitzi has a broken wing, which is affecting his performance on track here right now. Definitely going to have to make a pit stop here, and definitely probably going to be going on to hards and go to the end of the race on those. But that's going to cost him time to repair that damaged wing now. No wonder he was getting past so many cars. Let's get on back out front to Scientist here as he's still chasing down Chappie. Got the gap back to under a second, and I see Ian is about half a second behind. Infamous chasing him down right now. No pit stops for them as yet. So Sam is in the pits, Missy is in the pits. They're all going on hard, both going on hards there. They're going to go to the end of the race on those. Infamous running on hards right now. He's going to be making a way late pit stop than anyone else since he started on those hards. Our top 6 guys out front are running on softs at the start of this race. They're going to have to pit at some point, and I think they're just doing a one-stop, so we're going to keep an eye out on that. As official P2M is under a second behind Decona, who is in third right now. He is trying to get back up to his pole position there for the lead of the race. Let's see if he's going to be able to do it. He is doing a good job so far, though, I gotta say. A Scientist getting very close to Chappie now. Chappie's going to have to be careful and not make any mistakes, and he seemed to have lost a bit of time going around the final turn. Let's see what's going to happen. He's going into the pits, and so is Scientist, both going into the pits at the same time. Let's see how that works out for the two of them. So they're obviously going to come out right behind each other. There we go. So that battle is going to continue onwards just as it is. So quite a few pit stops happening. Ian is now all the way up into... was that a car? Yep, that was Magus. Magus has some problems. He spun off track, and he's trying to get back now, and he's has official B2 just got past him, and he just stopped for his pit stop and is on fresh hards. It doesn't seem like he has enough heat on those tires. That might be a garage issue there. Somebody's going to be in trouble. I don't know what's happened. Definitely the tire warmers should have warmed those tires enough to give him enough grip to do at least the first outlap and then continue onwards from there. But official B2M has now gotten past him in terms of that with the pit stops there. So official B2M leading off of Magazine who's in 7, official B2M now in 6. So they're going to be trying to take the lead of the race when everyone in front of them does have to do a pit stop. Because we have Ian and Marsh running 12 laps on mediums. They're definitely going to have to pit onto our next tire compound here. And we got Infamous, who is running 12 laps on his hard tires. He's going to have to pit at some point. And Slayer, let's see. Oh, Deacon is in the pits. He's taking his pit stop now. Or he's coming out now, right? Sorry. So Slayer out in front leading the race. 11 seconds behind we have Infamous in P2, and then ENMC runs in P3 right now, just behind Infamous, trying to get second in position for the race at the moment, but he is going to have to pit on those medium tires that are going to burn out at some point in this race, so he's going to have to take a pit stop at some point, where official B2M and the Magas are going to try and get up there back for the lead of the race. Oh, and D-Kun has come out between, he exited the pits and he came out just between official B2M and Magat, so he's going to be going to the end of the race with them as well, so that's going to be another problem. Oh, we have a virtual safety car. Duncan is out, Shipper is out. Not sure what happened on track there, guys. Let's see if we can have a look. I'm not so sure we're going to be able to see what happened on track. But we have a VSC which should be ending very shortly. Ian is just going to be waiting to get... Oh, there it goes. VSC is over and we're back to racing again. So Ian is going to try to get past Infamous here. Let's see how close he can get. He's getting very close going into turn 1. And let's see. Ian gets up into P2 because Slayer's in the pits now. And Mosh is in the pits. So that's Infamous leading the race. Ian in P2. Oh, and he's getting extremely close to Infamous there. Slayer now in P3. Official B2M in P4. Trying to get back to lead the race. Deacon in P5. Mangus in P6. And we got Mosh getting way down to 12th now. Let's see how Ian and Infamous are going to fight this out, because this is an extremely close gap going, and this is going to be something to follow, because hopefully it doesn't end badly between the two of them fighting for the lead of the race right now, when both of them are going to have to pit, because I know Infamous started on those hards. He's going to have to take a pit stop pretty soon, but not right now. Ian is going to have to pit before him, so even if Ian gets fast, he's going to have to do a pit stop, and he's going to have to try. Oh, getting very close there, going a bit off track. Ian gets a penalty for that. That's going to hurt his chances in the race right now in terms of points. Might have want to taken a little bit more careful than that. And Scientist gets past Joe there right now. Scientist up into 8th now. Chappie in 7th. No other close gaps. Oh, and Joe is out of the race. Another VSC. I'm not sure what has happened to Joe there. If we can have a look, I'm not sure. I think someone just passed his car on track. There is his car on the left side. If you did not see it, that's where it was. Not sure what happened to him. Drive-through penalty for speeding on the BSC. That's JNR. He's going to have to serve that within the next 3 laps. That's going to hurt him. Let's get back up to Ian out in P2 right now. So quite a few incidents happening right now on track. 2 VSCs, one after the other, in just a matter of a few laps. And a few penalties handed out, so that's going to hurt some chances here. Alright, the VSC is over. We're back to racing. Let's see what's going to happen between Infamous and ENMC. ENMC has that penalty, so that's going to be something to think about for him. In terms of points, he's going to probably lose a position or 2. Magat is getting very close to Dikuna, who's running in P5. Official P2, I'm still in P4 right now, trying to catch Slayer in P3. He's about 2.2 seconds off the lead of that. So that's going to be another battle to follow pretty soon. Ian trying to keep the gap under a second behind Infamous so he can get the DRS, which is coming up right now, and he's about to get it. And he goes into the pits. He is pitting. As we said, he would have to take an earlier pit stop than Infamous. So let's see what tires he's going to be going on to finish the race. Probably the hards, I would suggest. And yes, it does seem to be that. And let's see where Ian comes out of the pit stop now. He's going to come out maybe in 7th. Oh, we got a car coming around. He's going to be in 8th. Scientist gets past him. Got another car coming down at the back. He gets into 8th with Sam just behind him. He has Scientist just in front of him. So that's going to be something fighting for. He has fresh tires now. He's going to have to try and get back as much positions as he can. But still, starting down in 17 and running up into P8. That's a good shot for driver of the day. I'm not sure if anyone else has gained so many positions. We're going to have a look at that a little bit later in the race. We're on lap 17 right now, just about halfway into the session here. Into the race, that is, sorry. Having a pretty good race here this afternoon for L2S League. Mitzi with a 1:12.5. Fastest lap so far, and Mitzi is running. Where is he? He's running in 13th, and he just did the fastest lap, so that's pretty impressive for him. Oh, and I got Slayer just behind Infamous. Now Slayer is on such fresher tires than Infamous, running on 17 lap old hards, and just did the fastest lap as well. So he's going to be getting past him here pretty soon. They're trying to go for the move now, and let's see if that move will stick. Definitely will. As Slayer goes into P1, pushing Infamous down into P2. Official P2M in P3 with 2.4 seconds between himself and Infamous. He's going to try and break the gap down as fast as he can because he knows he's on fresher tires. If he does ask Jeff, he will know. Jerry now with another 3-second penalty. He's going to have to watch those. So 3 drivers out of the race so far. We got Joe, Duncan, and Shipper all out of the race. We still got 14 drivers in. So still a decent amount of points to fight for here. As Infamous is losing time now to Slayer, and B2M is gaining off of the lead of Infamous there. I got Ian just under a second behind Scientist, still chasing him around. These two are seem to be fighting it out pretty well. .2 seconds between Slayer and Infamous now. So it's Slayer now leading this race, and 3 laps old mediums he's running on. So let's see, that leaves us about 16-17 laps to go. I'm not quite sure if those mediums are going to make it or Slayer's going to have to make another pit stop. It does seem like he might have to make another pit stop depending on how hard he does push those tires there. But Infamous definitely has to pit at some point coming up very shortly, within at least the next 6 laps or so, I would assume. Official B2M now 1.1 seconds behind Infamous. He's catching him. Gonna try and get that P2 and then put the fight up to Slayer. Where is Maggots? He's down with the P5 right now. He started this race in P2 behind Official B2M. Deacon running between the two of them. He came out of the pits and got between them, so he's now going to be in that battle. He's 6.7 seconds off the lead of Official B2M though, and Maggot is the one he has to be worried about because Maggot is only 1.1 seconds behind him. Chappie in P6, Scientist and ENMC going at it still. The gaps down at the rear end of the field seems to just be quite a bit between most of the cars, except between Sam and Ian. They're about a second or so. Mitzi with a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Gonna want to be careful with these penalties, guys, because they're really gonna add up coming down to the end of the race in terms of points. I got Mitzi in the pits, so that's where he was speeding. He's going on to mediums, I assume, there to go down to the end of the race from here. Let's switch on over to Official P2M as he is chasing Infamous down, gets ever so close. He might be attempting an overtake move here pretty soon. We're going to stay on board for just a bit more. Oh, and that's blocking off the inside there. Great move by Infamous, trying to prevent him from getting past. Official B2M might not want to push it too hard. He should know those tires are pretty old off of Infamous's car. He's going to get past at some point when Infamous pits, but he doesn't want to lose time to Slayer, who's out in front of Infamous. He's going to try to catch up as fast as he can. And let's see how close these guys are going to get and how hot this fight is going to get between the two of them, because I don't think Official B2M wants to waste any time, because he probably knows Maggot is going to catch Decona behind him and get past, which is about to happen here pretty soon as well. Maggot is less than a second, half a second actually, behind Decona. Oh, using the slipstream there, going into turn 1, might be trying it on the outside. Was blocked off from the inside again there. He's going on the outside, going the long way around, not getting done, staying behind. Gonna try to take the inside, maybe coming here. No, great car placement by Infamous. Official B2M having a difficult time, having some contact there by the rear end. No damage on his front wing though, so good job on him for that, at least not taking damage and not causing an incident there. So these guys still fighting it. I think they're going side by side now as Official B2M seems to get it done around that turn. Definitely does. Slayer now is the next target for him, up there 3.2 seconds ahead, so that was a good battle to follow. Already trying to build a gap of over a second between himself and Infamous, who is now down behind. Let's see if Infamous can actually catch up with some DRS and maybe a little bit of overtake that he has left. It doesn't seem like he's going to get too close enough, but he does getting close to Official B2M. Gonna have DRS again, but I'm not sure how close he can get if he has a straight line speed to get close enough. But he's gonna have to worry about his tires. 21 laps old now. He's gonna have to pit at some point there, Infamous, because I don't know how much longer those tires are gonna last him. We're gonna get some sort of way to know how bad these tires are on the cars here. I'm trying to get some look into that right now. Not at this one, but you know, for future races. So we got Deacon getting very close to Maggots there as well as we follow that along. I think the battle has subsided a little bit between Scientist and Ian as the gap built just over a second there, but at least for the time being, we're going to follow Deacon and Maggots now to see what's going to happen between these two guys. So 22 laps finished so far. We'll be heading to lap 23 here pretty soon. I'll be about 13 more laps to go after that, or so 14 more laps to go. Still has been quite an interesting race. Oh, and Chappie's out of the race. Something has happened to Chappie there. As we're going to follow along with Marsh's car, we should be able to see Chappie's car on track. And there he is, Chappie's car. I'm not sure what happened to Chappie. Severe collision with ENMC. Scientist and ENMC getting into it. Not sure what happened between the two of them. But I think someone took damage. Scientist looked like he took some damage. And we have another virtual safety car. So that's our third VSC for this race. Both Scientist and Ian going into the pits now, taking advantage of the VSC to take a free pit stop. Quite a few pit stops are going to be happening on this session, I assume. I see 3 already. DRS enabled. We're back to racing already. And let's see what's happening out in front. So Slayer still leads the race off of official B2, now 2.5 seconds behind him. So Slayer is being caught by him, and I think Slayer might have to take another pit stop. I'm not sure if he's gonna. He can probably try to push those tires to the end if he really conserves them a bit. But he's gonna be fighting off official B2 in a few minutes, in a few laps. That is actually. I think by the time we get to lap 26, 27, they're gonna have to see what's gonna happen there. So Chappie out of the race. Not sure what happened there though. Magus now in third still. And Deacon is trying to break gap to under a second behind Maggots there. Oh, that's Infamous with a purple sector 1. I think, or purple sector 2 that was. That is a lap car in front of him. Mitzi there right now, who's currently in 12. Deacon is under a second behind Maggots now, chasing him down. Sorry there guys, I was just checking on something to see if anything's happening in Discord. So it does seem that some glitches and some stuff still are happening with a few of the guys, maybe why they're out of the race too. You know, with drivers who use a wheel to drive it, there are some issues with the wheel and with pedals and stuff, and even with controllers sometimes. So issues do happen on the end of Codemasters. That is not exactly our fault here, but you know, some issues do happen and drivers are out of the race. But either way, we're going to continue on with our 13 drivers left. I think GNR might be disconnected of the session. Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. He is currently not racing. He is disconnected from the session, so let's ignore that for now. So let's see what's happening. What did I miss? So official B2, I'm still chasing down Slayer. 1.9 seconds the gap is. Maggots trying to, he's in P3 right now. Got past the Kona and is going to try to catch up. 11.5 seconds he has time to break down in the next 12 laps or so to catch official B2M. And let's see what's going to happen, because the two of them, official B2M and Maggot, is going to go to the end of the race on the tires they're on. I think Slayer is going to have to really push it to take those tires to the end. I think it's a great possibility he can do it at this point. But it's all going to be a matter of can he really keep the gap between himself and official B2M there. Deacon is 1.7 seconds behind Max. Now going to have to be a little bit worried about Infamous catching him. 1.3 seconds behind, and Infamous is on soft, so much better pace around this track there for him. As we're switching on to him right now to see what's happening. Let's see who else is running very close. So we got Sam in 6th, we got Marsh in 7th, Bollocks in 8th, Scientist running in 9th, and Ian in 10th. There was some contact between the two of them with that VSC happening there at the same time. And I know Scientist took some damage. Both of them went in for the pit stops and came back on mediums. Not sure if they had any fresh softs remaining. So Jake is running on hards as well, going to the end of the race. He's in 11th right now. Meatsy is running 12th, and JNR disconnected at the moment. I'm not sure if Meatsy is disconnected as well. Let's have a look at his car. He might be. He is disconnected as well. So those two drivers are, at least it does seem, yeah, he does seem to be disconnected there. So it's from Jake all the way up. Jake is fine. Ian is fine. Let's just check through our drivers, see who is disconnected, who is not. Everyone else seems to be fine and running. Gonna follow along with Infamous here as he chases down Deacon. Deacon getting a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Gonna have to be careful about those. Not under severe pressure as yet until that gap gets under a second between himself and Infamous. But he is trying to build a gap as much as he can and try to keep Infamous out of the DRS range right now. We're on lap 27 going. Less than 10 laps to go in this race. It's been an excellent race so far. We have about 3 VSCs so far. I'm not sure if I'm losing count. But hopefully we don't have any safety cars. Let's get to the end of the race without any more incidents here. Everyone running pretty well. Ian now running up into P10. Started in 17th. He's running pretty well. Let's see how many positions everyone's gained, as we have no significant gaps at the moment. So gap, let's see. So position changes, let's see. So Ian's gained 7 positions. I think he's the one that gains the most. Oh, Infamous gained 6. If Infamous can get one more position up, he'll tie Ian there for positions gained, and then we'll all be on amount of overtakes that happens. So official B2 and Mangas are both 1 places down. Slayer is 2 places up as he started in P3. He's going to want to finish his race in P1. That's going to be an excellent finish for him. Deacona in P4, up 3 positions. Infamous up 6. Sam up 3. Marsh is up 5. Bollocks is up, well, he's up nowhere. He started in 8 and is still in 8. Scientist though started around I think 5th. He's now down to 9th, lost 4 places. Ian started in 17th, up into P10. Jake is up 4 places. And Meatsy lost 2, and JNR he lost 7, but they're both disconnected from the race either way. So let's get back to our regular stats there. And let's see what's happening here now. Any other close gaps we're missing? No, I don't think so. So official B2M getting very close to Slayer there, who is running in P1 currently on faster tires, on fresher tires than B2M, but B2M still seems to be catching it. 1.3 seconds the gap is right now. And we're actually going to go towards that battle because, oh, and official B2M doing purple sectors right now. So it does seem he is gaining so much time off of Slayer. And is going to get straight into him and get into that DRS zone pretty soon. And that's going to be a heck of a battle happening. Slayer's going to have to defend for all he can to keep the lead of this race, if he can do it, or he's going to want to take a pit stop and come back and just fight it again. Of course, we're on lap 29. It's only 13 laps old tires for the mediums. I think he can actually just push it down to the end, but he's going to be losing grip at certain points in this track. I'm gonna have to think very hard about that because you really want to fight it off for B2M, or is he gonna just try to defend as much as he can and just let B2M go into P1 and just take P2, because Maggot is another 13 seconds off of B2M's lead there right now. So that gives him, oh, we have a safety car, something has happened. JNR is out of the race. Not sure what happened to his car there, but definitely something has happened. I think we'll be able to see it off of here. Oh, there is his car down at the side of the track. Not sure what happened. He was disconnected, so I don't think that's entirely his fault either way. We have some pit stops happening under the safety car here. This is going to be an interesting change of play for strategy now. Some guys might be trying for a fastest lap. I think Ian and Box are going. Oh, Box is already out of the pits. Ian is coming out of the pits now. Jake is making a pit stop as well. and so is Slayer. Slayer is using the safety car to his advantage here right now, trying to take a pit stop. He is going on softs and getting back out to official P2M, staying out though. No, official B2M is in the pits as well. Changing onto softs as well. Is Maggot's going to come into the pits? Yes, he is. And it's a change of strategy for most of the cars on track right now. So it's going to be quite a finish we're going to have in this race. Slayer still keeps the lead and is on such fresher tires. Official B2M running in behind him in P2. So Slayer has a heck of a job to do now after the end of this safety car. He's going to have to fight off official B2M. Both of them being on exactly the same fresh tires. And Maggot is going to probably get a chance. Oh, he's gonna come back behind Sam now. So he's lost a little bit of a time, a little bit of one position there. So he's gonna be coming out and starting back the race in fourth after the safety car goes in. Gonna have to fight his way for the next remaining 4 laps by the end of that safety car at least, to try and get us up to back into P3, and maybe if he can challenge official B2, I'm not sure, because but B2M is going to be trying to challenge Slayer for the lead of the race. He's going to win that pole position, so it's going to be an excellent fight for that happening. Ian changed tires as well, Bollock changed tires, Jake changed, Mitzi changed, so that's going to be pretty good. He couldn't change as well. Infamous change. Only Sam didn't change tires. He's 17 laps on those hards, and he's going to be finishing the race on those, but he's going to have to be really worried about Infamous and Decona right behind him, and they're going to be challenging him for that final podium position here at Netherlands. So this has been an excellent Dutch Grand Prix for this evening, or for afternoon for some of you, whatever it is. Can say we've enjoyed this. So 3 VSCs and 1 safety car down at the end of the race. We're gonna have at least 4 maybe or so laps of racing left after that safety car goes in. Hopefully it goes in pretty shortly, so we can have racing by the start of lap 32. I'm not sure if the incident has been cleared on track. We'll have that going. Of course, some of these guys are gonna be a little bit sketchy. They're gonna just want, let the safety car continue for another 2 laps or so we can catch up to the queue and challenge for more points. But let's see how that's going to happen, because top 6 guys are pretty close to each other. Scientist is trying to catch up. He's 12 seconds behind Decona right now. Of course, there's only a certain amount of speed that you can drive with during the safety car scenario here, so you're going to have to be careful not to go too fast or get another penalty. This is going to be a fun one to watch. So Sam is on severely worn tires right now. Has to be very careful about how he defends his position here in P3 against Maggot, Infamous, and Decona. Scientist as well probably getting in on that right now. Has broken that gap down, caught up with the safety car Q. He's running on mediums, so Mosh there on 15 lap all mediums. He's going to be a little bit worried about Bollock and Ian and Jake and Mitzi behind him. I haven't seen any graphic as yet as to whether we're getting back racing here pretty soon. Mitzi is a lot way behind, or 50 seconds behind the queue right now. He's going to have to try and catch up. So you'll be seeing a lot of weaving from the cars. They're going to try and keep those tires warm as we should be heading into lap 32 here pretty short. I guess we're probably going to be go racing by lap 33, because it doesn't seem the safety car is going in as yet. Yep, we're going to go at least 1 more lap under the safety car as guys clear the car off track. That's JNR's car. Not sure what happened with that incident, but they're going to just get that car off track, clear any debris off the track, and so we can safely get back to racing. I think drivers are getting a little bit impatient now. Everyone seems to be lined up except for Mitzi. I think he's a lap behind. Not sure if his car is still disconnected there too. Probably is, I'm not sure. But either way, we're about to get back racing pretty shortly. Let's see if we're going to be having that graphic by the time they get to sector 3 on lap 32 here. So we're still going to have, let's see, 33, 4, 5, 6, about 4 laps of racing. As I said, we would. Official B2M getting a little bit edgy there, trying to come up alongside Slayer, getting ready to challenge for the lead of the race. We're gonna have to keep a close eye on these guys up in front here to see how the start of this race goes. the restart of this race anyway. I'm hoping we get a graphic that the safety car is going to be in on this lap, because it's not fun driving under. Oh, there it is. Race control says safety car is going to be in on this lap. So let's get back to racing and see how it goes. Remember, the guys cannot go back to racing until they cross that white line. And safety car has gone out into the distance. Slayer is going to hold the pack up just a little bit as the safety car goes in, and they can safely get back to racing. He's going to try and get a lightning start off of this race as soon as he gets around the final turn. And let's see how that's going to go for him. Alright, they're going around the final turn now, about to get back to racing. Remember, no overtaking until we get past that line, or you do get a penalty. Alright guys, so here we go, and I think they're over it now. There we go, back to racing. Let's see what's going to happen. Sector 3 has some problems. Scientist is out of the race. Not sure what happened down at the back. Sectors 1 and 2 have some problems now, so definitely had a problem along that pit straight there. Maggot's getting past Sam here already, fighting him. Sam trying to defend. Oh, Maggot's going into the grass there a little bit. Sam still holding on into P3. Maggot's trying his best. Oh, we got official B2. I'm getting very close to Slayer there as well. ENMC gets up into 8, gets past Mosh. Jake is down at the 10th now. Deacon are running 6. Closest gap I have is Maggot's trying to chase down Sam. Sam on those heavily worn 20 lap old tires and still holding it in P3 for a podium right now. Maggot has Infamous right behind him there as well, though has to be a little bit worried about that, but I think he's more worried about getting P3 away from Sam. Sam not giving an inch though, trying to place his car as precisely as he can to prevent Maggot from getting a gap to go on here. Official B2 still trying to catch up to Slayer out in front. Not going too well. Slayer getting a 1:11.5 fastest lap so far. Let's see if anyone else goes faster. Oh, and Maggot gets past Sam onto turn 1. Holds that lead into P3, now takes away that podium position. Sam now down to P4, and he's going to have to worry about Infamous catching him there as well. Maggots has a 2.1 second gap to himself, and official B2M out in front. Let's see if he can catch him and get past. That's Missy's disconnected car in the way there. So Infamous getting very close now. Let's see, ANMC getting very close to Bottles here as well, with Deacon just in front. So it's going to be about entry and exit into turn right now, as they all get pretty close together. I'm going to follow these three along for the moment as we're watching the gap between Slayer and B2M as we come down to the end of the race. It's lap 34 of 36. 0.4 is a second. 0.4 of a second is a gap between the two out in front. P1, P2, and Maggot now into P3. He's probably going to finish right there if he can break that gap down in the next lap and a half or so and challenge for an overtake move. DRS is now enabled again. I got Infamous getting past Sam here now. And there he goes, seems to hold that in place. Takes over P4. Sam is now down into P5. Worn tires are slowing him down a bit here. Not able to keep up with the guys running on fresh softs. I got Bollocks getting very close to Deacon and might be trying to fight him for a position. Ian looking on behind them. Excellent racing from the lead here today. Deacon is going to have to try and defend his car, defend his position against Bollocks here. There's still a great fight going on out in front as well. Less than a second, the gap stays between Slayer and B2M as no one is giving an inch right now. So 11 drivers left in the race. Scientist out, GNR out, Chappie out, Joe out, Duncan out, and Shipper. Slayer gets the fastest time again, so he's running excellently out front. Oh, Deacon might be under threat here, might be losing P6 let's see, Bart goes to the side, let's see if he takes him into turn 1. No, he doesn't. Deacon blocks him off, keeps his car in the right position on the racing line and goes through. The excellent car placement there. I got Ian trying to come up on the inside of Bollocks and Deacon gear as well. So great racing here today. Can't say we haven't been entertained by these guys. I'm still looking at that lead out in front with Slayer there. He's definitely is one to watch. He is probably gonna finish this race. Oh, and that gap is getting so close. Let's have a look what's happening out front. That Slayer is under threat now from official P2. Let's see if P2 can get this done. Trying to, forcing it on the inside. We've gone a little bit wide. They definitely didn't lose time. He seems to lose some time there. Any mistake off of Slayer right now is gonna mean official P2 gets that pole. And there we have it. Slayer takes it for the win for P1. Official P2 goes P2. Magus goes P3. Infamous comes across P4. Sam P5. Duncan P6. Deacon, sorry, P6. Ian's P7. Jake takes P8. Bollock goes down to 9. Penalties affect him. Let's see if the table comes up at the end and see the results for this Dutch Grand Prix here today from L2S League. A pretty interesting race. Was a fun race. Driver of the day goes to Ian MC. Congratulations to him. He did drive an excellent race today. Started in 17th and finished all the way up there in the, getting a lot more points. So that's good on his end. Either way though, official B2M is extending his lead now, finishing with that amount of points in the race. So there we go, Slayer takes it for P1. Pole position, Ian gets driver of the day. Excellent race from these guys. Let's have a look at our grid results, and that's it there. So Slayer did get a penalty. Official B2M got a penalty as well. Oh, and Infamous and Sam, no penalty for the two of them. So if Slayer takes P1, official B2M goes P2, Magus P3, Infamous takes P4, Sam P5, Deacon P6, Ian finishes 7, gained 10 positions in this race. He started 17, Jake takes 8, Bollock takes 9, Marsh takes 10, Mitzi 11, Scientist goes 12 because they didn't finish. And JNR goes 13, Chappie 14, the Joe 15, and Dick Duncan 16, Shipper 17. So from Scientist going down, did not finish the race. Mitzi's car I think was disconnected. So from the top 10 guys there, good job everyone else, good job for driving. Sorry for everyone, any incidents happened that were unavoidable, but it does happen racing sometimes. So thank you guys for joining us for L2S Esports League today for Dutch Grand Prix. Do join us again next week for the next race, which should be quite an interesting one. So that is it for today, guys. Thank you guys for joining. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, and give the video a like and share the link out as much as you can. I appreciate it, guys.